In this video, we'll walk you through setting up Sparkbooth for queuing photos to upload at a later time. This is useful if you're running Sparkbooth at a location with bad or no internet. You'll be able to store photos in the Send Photo Later queue to upload later when you have a good internet connection. If you want to save all photos into the queue, go to Settings, select Send Photo Later, and enable Save Photos into Send Photo Later queue. Now every photo will be stored in the queue along with any prompt data from the prompt screen that you have enabled in the prompt settings. If you want to store guest uploads, disable the Save Photos into Send Photo Later queue and go to Send to Guest. Here you can store guest photos for Twitter, email, or mobile. To enable Send Photo Later for Twitter, enable Twitter and select Send Photo Later from the list. This option will prompt guests for their Twitter account name and store it and the photo into the queue. When you're ready to upload and have an internet connection, go to Send Photo Later. Select one of the Twitter photo services. I'll select Twitter, but you can also select other like Imagely or Mobi Picture. Press Configure to set up Twitter. You can toggle the @reply only setting to filter photos with Twitter account names. It's a good idea to enable throttle sends to send out the uploads since Twitter limits uploads to a certain rate. Press Send Photos to start the upload process. If the photo contains a Twitter name, it will @reply the account with the photo. To enable Send Photo Later for emails, go to Send to Guest and enable email, and select Send Photo Later from the list. With this setting, Sparkbooth will prompt guests for their email address and store the email and the photo in the queue. When you're ready to email the photos, go to Send Photo Later. Select one of the email services. I'll select Mandrill, but you can also use SendGrid or Postmark. This will filter the queue to photos with email addresses. Press Configure Setup to set the email service. You can also submit the emails to MailChimp mailing list by enabling the Submit Email setting and press Configure to set up the MailChimp service. You can now press Send Photos to start emailing the photos. To enable Send Photo Later for mobile messaging, go to Send to Guest and enable Mobile, and select Send Photo Later from the list. With this setting, Sparkbooth will prompt guests for their mobile telephone numbers and store the number and photo in the queue. When you're ready to send the photos to your guest mobile numbers, go to Send Photo Later. Select one of the mobile services. I'll select Twilio, but you can also use MoGreet. This will filter the queue to photos with telephone numbers. Press Configure to set up the mobile service. And you can also set up either SMS or MMS messaging. If you SMS or text the photo will be uploaded to a photo sharing site, and URL to the photo will be text to the mobile number. If you MMS the photo, it will send the photo directly to the mobile number. Now be aware that on some devices or mobile networks, the photo will be scaled down. If you do not want this to happen, set up the mobile service for texting. You can now press Send Photos to start sending photos to guest mobile devices. Happy photo boothing!